Hello and welcome back to Janny's Thermo-Crazy kitchen. Today I want to show you how you can make the world famous German pretzels all by yourself using the Thermomix there. They actually in Germany they're called Brezel and they are the softer type of pretzels that you know. And yeah, I'm going to show you how you can roll the dough and how you get that beautiful and distinct brown color onto them. Enjoy. All right, we get started using our pretzel dough. The recipe you can find on cookiedough.com.au. It is in the OCTOBERFEST collection to be found, and actually that recipe is in the basic cookbook of the German version for that. I wonder why. So I have made this dough earlier and I have it proven, let it sit there for proving or rising for roughly half an hour, and I'm using the thermal mat for that. So this is a silicone mat which has the advantage that I can wrap my dough straight out of the bowl into it and let it sit there and prove, and all I need to do is then I just fold it out and I have a clean surface on my kitchen bench where I can start working from. If your dough is a little bit wet like this one is, I just use a little bit of flour and sprinkle that on top, so then it's easier to work with. All right, so with that silicone mat, I use either my spatula from the Thermomix equipment, using that one as a knife because that's not too sharp and it won't cut any cuts into my thermomat there. So dividing this beautiful dough into 4 pieces and the other way around, so I have roughly 8 pieces to work from. All right, so this is how I do it. So now I've separated these 8 portions and I start taking one of the portions and just start rolling that into one long sausage. And the trick hereby is not to touch the middle part. So you leave about 10 centimeters in the middle, which you're not rolling. The middle part stays a little bit bigger and the ends are just thin. All right, so I'm rolling that, so I have a little bit, I'm going a little bit left and right, about a couple of centimeters outside of that baking mat. So then I grab the ends like this and turn it once around, okay? So you can see my arms are crossed, so turn it around. Then I open up my arms again. That means I'm crossing over the ends of the pretzel, and I'm crossing my arms again, turn the upside down, and then just pressing the ends down, and this makes the distinct pretzel shape. Too quick? All right, let me do it again. All right, next one. Take that batch of dough, start rolling, just using the ends and just slowly moving outwards until you have a sausage with a thicker part in the middle. You hold both ends up high. You cross your arms by turning the dough at the bottom as well. Then you cross your arms back and you have them crossed like this, and keep on holding to them and cross them again, and then press down the ends to the pretzel bottom. All right, and then you can shape it a little bit better, and voila, here it is again, the next pretzel. And I'm doing that, and now I'm setting them aside on my oven mat over there. But before we put them in the oven, there's one more trick, and I need to show you how we get the beautiful brown color into our pretzel shape. Whoa, that was quick, wasn't it? All right, so now that we've shaped all of our 8 pretzels, we need to give them a bath. And this is how I do it. All right, so we're going to give our pretzels a bath in this big pot here. In the recipe, it says about 500 grams of water to bring that to boil, and add 3 tablespoons of bicarb soda to it. In fact, in Germany it's natron, but we can't get that here in Australia. So bicarb soda is the next best thing for you to use. And because I'm using a big pot here, that's way more than 500 grams of water, I'm adding a couple more tablespoons of the bicarb to it. Whilst we're waiting that our water is starting to boil, we're going to heat up the oven. I have mine on fan forced on 200 degrees, and to heat up everything and get everything else ready. So obviously children in Germany do grow up with a pretzel in their hand always. It's similar like here in Australia with the Vegemite sandwich, okay? So that's a German essential. You can't grow up without having a pretzel. Well, obviously I'm speaking mostly for the southern part of Germany, but nevertheless an essential. Okay, now my water has started to boil. I take that off. And yeah, now we're giving our pretzels a bath. So you just lift them and help them inside your pot. And so they're going to swim in there for about 30 seconds to a minute. I always make sure that they are covered in the bicarb water from both sides. So I give them a twist and turn them once. And I turn them back over again. So they should not be really cooked, but nicely covered in the bicarb water. And then I take them out again and put them back onto my oven mat. All right, so now they all had a nice and cozy little warm bath in the pot there, and now comes the final step. So what you need is a sharp knife, and what you want to do is you want to cut halfway through, and you can also open it up a little bit, like a mouth to the face of the pretzel. That cut here will cause that we're going to have a beautiful white opening there, so the inside of the pretzel will come out. And it also gives it a nice smiley face to it. That's how I always saw it. The pretzels were just some friendly food smiling at you. And most important, the last step there is sprinkle it with a little bit of salt. So the salt is something usually everyone takes off before eating, but it's essential, it needs to be on it. Et voila, this is the first round of the pretzels that we made. All right, so here you can see the distinct color, the dark brown color, and yeah, they're not burned, so as you can see that was where I did the cut and put the salt on top. So yeah, depending on your oven, you can see mine does a little bit variations there, but this is what you want to see. So the brown color and the white cut with the salt in there. All right, so I'll just finish off with the rest of my pretzels here. And yeah, just an idea, show your kids how to do that, and instead of playing with the Play-Doh, let them shape some pretzels with the pretzel dough. It's a fun activity, and yeah, they really not only look very good, they also taste very yum. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video today again, and hope to see you next time. Bye now.